That's going to be... It's another Claude pick.
So once again, it's a dive, like AoE kind of come from Team Liquid ID. For Geek Fam now, this is a kite chase kind of composition. They want to make sure they don't really get dove on, but once they have the advantage, once they see the HP bars drop from Team Liquid ID, they're going to be chasing them down. And with the Glorious Pathway, if it's still available, all these heroes from the side of Team Liquid ID can escape, but not over a long distance. The Kimi can fly away, but only for a little bit. You know, the Ruby and the Claude, they can dash away, but it's not the whole range of the Glorious Pathway.
Okay, so Geek Fam's route, try to counter the Fanny, is win lane, invade purple, and then we'll just smash them to the ground. Let's see if it works here for Geek Fam. More of a risk for Geek Fam compared to game number 1. Welcome to the land of Dawn. Will Geek Fam get it done? A clean sweep victory? Doesn't sound too much like Geek Fam. They always go all the way, but we'll see.
Let's see, will they be able to follow Evos and Onic?
Whoa.
Only
Or on the standings. Exactly, 2-0. Or will we get to see the first best of 3 in MPL ID Season 16 right here, right now?
It's still been sweeps all across the board from yesterday. We'll have to wait and see. A run on the Ruby, definitely not a familiar sight. Oh, Gobs though, whoa.
Early rotations from Beloyski. Ron forced to use that flicker. That's a bait, great bait there by Beloyski, and that's going to be info for Geek Fam.
And look at the value instantly for Geek Fam. They want to try to freeze this lane to punish Aran even more. And yeah, Beloy's is going to be staying there. Joe in the mid lane. Naked should be able to get the lethal, and he does. Emblem check.
Gonna be second. Whoa.
2v1. Not looking good there for Beloy. First blood. Rain is wet.
Well, immediately Team Liquid ID get the kill and they get the steal on the camps as well. 2 camps even. All right, already immediately a better start for Joe or Team Liquid as well. So now even with that freeze that Geek has painstakingly set up, we have to see if Gobs can capitalize as Joe is on the hunt, trying to advance his advantages here. Yep.
I think this is as expected though in the early game with the high-lows, right? You're there. You're stuck. Yeah. Gobs is getting a lot of value though, at least. So they're trying to win out this lane so that Gobs can help later on in the turtle. I guess that their main way to shut this Fanny down in first turtle would be Law and Order, number 1, but the curtain call. If Gobs can get a curtain call there, Aran bursted!
Great composure there to just hold that damage down. 3 members of Geek Fam bottom side. Witty looking to join, just to hover around.
So good for the Ruby there. The underrated aspect of the Ruby is also like you can have good engage, good sustain, but you're a lot safer because you can kind of like self peel, stun everyone, and displace, move away from danger at the same time. It's something that Team Liquid ID can use to kind of bait things out because we know Aran likes playing with those margins, right? Show is a low HP bar to you, bait you win, and then before you know it, you're falling into the trap of Team Liquid ID. For now though, both teams are just kind of like trying to get control over this turtle. Team Liquid ID seems to have a bit more urgency though, but Beloyski is making it quite annoying for them to kind of commit and try and go for an all-in on the turtle.
Well, let's see here. It's going to be Geek Fam looking to find the turtle. They will get it. Witty though will find an engage. That's going to be Beloyski very low. Almost taken down, but Witty with the Poissons is able to get out as well.
Yep.
And it's just 1-0 from that turtle.
Just a clean take. Good usage of the Traceless. And just clean again for Geek Fam. That's what they did. Really, just clean stuff. You see the setup, very disciplined Geek Fam. They just went back and forth. They knew Joe took the purple. Right as he went to orange buff, they took the turtle. It's really just fundamental MLBB for Geek Fam.
And you're seeing Geek Fam kind of funnel a bit more resource towards Make Hits here. Even though Henzi is still a real big factor, especially later on, they want to make sure that Make Hits is on point, having the EXP advantage if possible, because they know they like playing for these 50-50s to try and get that neutral objective, because they have more synergy so far. But for now, let's just see how this is going to go, man, because for Geek Fam, I think they're just playing it like calm and calculated until the neutral objective is up.
Okay. 4 minutes in, just a kill on the board for TL, and it does seem like that Geek Fam. Okay, Aran No shoes, Warx instantly. That's gonna be Mate Kids going up against Joe. Round 2 this time. Joe will take it.
Oh man, yeah, this time it's different. Make it solo kill. That makes it 1-1 on the board. Let's see if TL can get the 1-1 on the scoreboard.
Let's say Iran trying to provide the peel. Weedy looking for an angle. Doesn't really want to commit just yet. It seems like TLID slowly but surely, they're taking this game early on.
And the concern is still there, Arashi. Wait, Joe gets stunned up. All right, he should be able to get out. Does get out. The concern is, who's stopping the Fanny? Who's there to stop him?
No one. Not one just yet. So let's see here. 4 seconds on the clock for that turtle to spawn. It seems like Geek Fam this time will contest some CLID. Putting 4 bodies already in the river.
Terrifying. Gonna poke here. Kenzie will be joining the fight, but Joe is gonna be free. Curtain call on Aran. Only on Aran. And the turtle gets started. Eason Shin makes his way here. It should be a free one. And it will be free for Geek Fam.
Mid shove though. Just a bit.
Oh.
Weedy very low, revitalized popped. That's info. And that will be all, folks.
Could have been a kill, but the stun didn't land. For now, though, again, Geek Fam playing the Kung Fu strategy. They have to make sure they just stick around together long enough. They have to ensure that nobody falls victim to Joe a bit too much, right? And as long as they stick together like this, Joe has to really be careful with how he wants to approach the situation.
That's gonna be Ron very low. Not yet taken down though. They just want the turret. It seems like Valoisky with the Glorious Pathway will be able to make the escape. Joe! Looking for an angle. Doesn't really find a clean execution there. They will lose the turret though.
And again, Geek Fam are just slowly getting into their power spikes, making good moves across the board. TLID seems they've been out macroed here. That became a free trade. What could have been, I'd say, a trade for TLID getting pressure up top. They decided to match Geek Fam's rotation, but a bit later, slower.
And for now, it's kind of funny because for both teams, they can't really over-chase. Because if you chase too far, you know, against Geek Fam, you're getting kited back by Gobs, by Kenziski, right, shredding you down. But then when you, if Geek Fam chase too far, they're walking into the Turtles' prisons. They're walking through the beam from your skill as well.
Okay, so now it's going to be very interesting. Boy, it's going to be, oh great, I'm offended. 2 members locked down. TLID, they found their opening now. Seems like no answers from Geek Fam.
Nope, nada. Great move by Aran on the Ruby. Geek Fam, they've been winning the macro game, but whenever TLID gets a fight, they get it so convincingly. A pick off from Joel, a pick off. Aran getting 2 I'm offended. Now he's gonna go for a boy.
Oh, up again. The chain CC is there. A boy still survives, but Aran will not survive this time. TLID stands with 4 as Geek Fam, they will advance with 5. Let's see, the last turtle fight, that's gonna be Glorious Pathway locked. Weedy down, he's quite low and he will fall. A boy with the secure kill, and that's going to be the 3rd neutral objective on the board for Geek Fam.
So there we go, they've been winning fights, but they just have no capitalization, Arashi, and now the mid lane is gonna fall too!
It seems like they're taking it slow, and then once they do get something, they get everything all at once. Team Liquid ID are having all that advantage because they're able to find these big moments before the neutral objective is around. But once it is there, Geek Fam, they use the high loss, you know, they abuse it even to stand in the front, threaten anyone. And then for Team Liquid ID, they have no idea if they overstep. Is it going to be Gob shutting them down? Is it going to be a boy, maybe even stealing an ultimate, supplementing that engage? And that's what they were able to do right here. Team Liquid ID, man, they gotta try and make things a bit more chaotic because the calculated game is really all Geek Fam.
So clean by Geek Fam in the macro department and the objective conversion department. They just need to be cleaner in the team fights, really. At TLID, it's the opposite. They're so good at finding these picks, at popping off mechanically, but there's no objective conversion. It's a battle of styles here. Let's see which one wins, because in MSC, we saw a team win 10k gold at the start of the game and then lose out mechanically to then the opposing team winning. Here, gold distribution-wise, yeah, Kenzie's in the lead, just by a bit though, unlike the previous game where he was standing at a big gold lead. And most of the gold advantage for Mr. Man Kenzie's actually been through turtles and also turrets. So TL, their gold laner, Kabuki, has been farming better.
Especially because you can see Kabuki was getting a lot more camps from the jungle, right? For Geek Fam, the jungler, Lee Shin, also has to kind of farm up. And that's kind of a slowing down Kenziski's farm. But considering how overall ahead Geek Fam is, it's allowing the gold lane to stay competitive, even with Make It, hogging a lot of that resource. And for now, with the EXP lane, the EXP of the junglers kind of equal for now. It's gonna be again. He's gonna wait for the next objective with the Arm of Bandit available for a boy. See if we can find something of value here.
Seems like the call here for from TLID is to go and look for more space. They got the mid, both bushes though. Top lane, it's a 1v1 this time. Make It's got the dub, and it's 2-4-1 there for both junglers.
Yeah, the best of 3 is completed. 2-1 in favor of Makids, and hey, Joe, that has given now Geek Fam an opportunity to go for this for free. 3 out of power spike for the Claude.
We're saying 5v4, reverse pathway pop, Witty. Revitalize will not save you, Witty. And that's going to be 2 members off the board from TLID Geek Fam. Seems like they're taking it slow. Iran still looking for an engage. That's going to be the airborne, helping TLID out, but Make Kids calm. Retribution, Joel. Looking for a kill! Finds Make Kids and finds the escape route as well.
There you go. So does that make it? No, that's not a solo kill, right? But it's still a kill over to Joel. And this time it's Geek Fam overextended. They played it very aggressive. A boy too, Iran.
Oh! Great spot there. Iran mispositions himself, getting too complacent. Lord, though, will be taken care of, no problem, from TLID.
What's up with the boys overextending? Aran doing the same, giving the Sky Piercer over to Kenzie.
Just took one straight to the face right there. Now for TLID, they're able to clear out the Lord, but there are still some waves that Geek Fam can use here. They won't really be able to push all the way to the base, but they're gonna get quite a few turrets. And again, that fog of war is gonna discourage TLID from making those aggressive maneuvers, especially after the 1v1 victory Makis has just got against Joe there. Everything so far, and that's still gonna be quite value for Geek Fam, all things considered.
And no wonder they've been getting so much success here. The damage dealt by the CC. Dobbs has been, oh my god. Joe!
Oh my goodness! Joe again finds the solo! So that's 2 for 2, but Joe will be punished by the rest of the members of Geek Fam. Both junglers down and out.
Dude, this guy's so explosive, man. You see everyone scatter. If it wasn't for that very instant reaction to make it just dodging, that could have been a crazy double.
Dobbs, yeah.
Dobbs!
Uh-oh, finds an angle. That's the Vengeance pops. Kabuki needs to stop shooting, but Weedy on the other side, that's a great I'm offended. Locking 2 members of Geek Fam down. And ladies and gentlemen, TLID finds an angle of their winning condition.
They gotta get the win of natures. They gotta start respecting the damage of TLID because Joe is doing damage, has been doing damage, but Yehezkiel is starting to really hurt.
Man, there's a bit of a miscommunication there as well. It seems like they were trying to get something, but not everyone was on board with that idea. TLID trying to find something more here. Kabuki is going to get that turret, and the gold lead that Geek Fam has painstakingly built slowly but surely has shifted almost immediately by the explosiveness of Team Liquid ID.
That fight right there might take us to game 3. Purple buff this time around will be taken by the side of TLID.
Dude, Makids bought with nature. Wow. I mean, we did mention respect.
Yeah.
But do we... 2 with natures already, by the way. Makids and Kenzie. Done.
Well, hang on a second. Look at this, though. They left that cannon, that cannon minion on top side, making sure that they have control over it. You know, trying to time when they want to push it out for the Lord. So Geek Fam, again, trying to play some of these macro tricks to really get a bit of an advantage positioning-wise against Team Liquid ID. TL are just pushing it out, so they're getting a bit of a farm advantage. And now they're on the Lord already. Geek Fam, have they taken it too slow?
No, that's a good slow push up top. So they're playing it well, but TLID, yeah, they have a way to just burst it down. But not too quick. Dobbs regaining position. Weedy's kind of a tough spot too. Geek Fam regaining control. And remember, that wave up top was a slow push built very well by Geek Fam, and it will crash to TL soon.
TLID still with 5 here. All spots are up, so technically both teams are ready to just go all in on a big 5v5. Let's see who finds an angle first.
I feel like everything hinges on Joe, right? If Joe finds success here in this next fight, then Geek Fam immediately lose steam. But if he doesn't, if he gets caught or if he gets shut down or zoned out from the fight, then Geek Fam, they can just fight front to back without really being too concerned. And Yeheskiel has damage, but again, he's also very, very vulnerable. Oh, Weedy!
That's a pull. On towards
what a...
Aran pulls 2 members of Geek Fam, and TLID will wipe the members clean. Gobs taken down. Joe looking for an angle. Weedy doesn't commit on towards the next fight as Makis and Gobs off the board, and TLID claims the Lord.
The Ruby Aran is popping off. This win, Turtle fight, was brought to you by Aran.
That's the reason why the guy was so feared, man. Out of nowhere, 2 catches, and it's on Makis and Gobs, the 2 members that we have already highlighted as being one of the main conditions on why they're able to get so much success. And they're not stopping, man. Team look at ID, even without the Lord. They just trying to maintain the tempo, maintain the pace to keep Geek Fam disoriented.
All they got to do now is just to stay disciplined and yeah, just really find an angle again. Aran, no flicker this time around, so Geek Fam, they're keeping tabs.
Malefic Gun's completed for Kabuki as well, so he really isn't as vulnerable as he is normally, even if he doesn't really go in with a Blazing Duet. So he can take his time and wait for the right engage to happen. Geek Fam here being very wary about Aran, dude.
And Aran this time won't have flicker, so that's at least some safety for Geek Fam. They can clear the waves properly, and they've done that. Wave in the mid lane cleared out. A good wave clear with the Granger and Yisun Shin, plus the CC2, so they can shred through these tanky minions as much as they want. It's just, now you're fighting against the clock. You need to get a shutdown on Yeheskiel. You need to get that Sky Piercer controlled.
They're losing zones around the map that Beloyski has been able to use to really confuse them, to go for those crazy flanks. With the base turrets being the only one standing for Geek Fam, Team Liquid ID have so much control, so much vision to deny Geek Fam all those surprise maneuvers. So it's gonna be a front to back. And when you see what happens when both teams kind of dance around, Aran can make the first move, Weedy can make the first move, whereas for Geek Fam, the best they can do is Glorious Pathway and run someone down into the shots of Kabuki and Yeheskiel.
Beloyski pulled, but I'm offended. Oh, that's the burst! That's the DPS! Ooh. As well, doing work. Glorious Pathway committed though. So TLID there, just testing the waters, testing their damage, and it seems like it's enough for Beloy.
Yep. Not much they can do right now. Again, they really have to just play pure front to back at this point of the game, right? And it's tough to play pure front to back when TLID outranges you with damage. Usually at this point of the game, you would have Granger be at 50 minimum stacks, and that should be enough to really threaten some of the opposing members. But in this game, he's sitting at not even 10. He died earlier, so yeah. What, 6 maybe? He's sitting
7,
at?
I think, but yeah.
And don't forget the card control advantage Team Liquid ID has. Again, even Yeheskiel on the Kimi has the traction pulse, etc. to really slow down the initial rush. And when Geek Fam were able to get so much success, remember, it's by slowly but surely surrounding Team Liquid ID. We saw Makits do that. We saw Gobs do that. Approach from the sides, right, where Team Liquid ID are, are forced to kind of be distracted. But now, because they can force out the front to back, Geek Fam can't really find those angles anymore.
The big problem now, again, is the slow push that TLID have actually kind of dealt with already. They've done enough damage, I say, to make it push back to Geek Fam, so Geek Fam won't even have that advantage.
Gotta be careful now, because Aran's flicker is up, so Geek Fam, oh my goodness, falls Weedy, traction ball committed.
Wow.
Revitalize will make Weedy survive there. That's going to be enough for him to stay, and land on. 5v5, Weedy recalls, and Geek Fam, they are not able to punish.
The wave up top is at a stalemate. I would love to see the camera pan to it. I thought Kimi would have done enough damage, and yeah, in that fight, dude, they threw everything. Literally 4 ultimates.
With a flicker as well.
With a flicker at Baksha. They got to revitalize. And I don't think Flick for Revitalize is all that worth it. Witty will have it back up way faster than a boy on that flick. BOD done, at least for Makits. They got to somehow bait out the I'm offended from Aran. That's the winning condition here, because then there shouldn't be any more engage, right? It'll just be Fanny cabling all around. And yeah, okay, the wave will be pushing the Geek fam. This is favorable to TL.
Yeah, they know this, and that's why they're taking their time. Glory's halfway on towards Witty. Damage taken. Faction falls to provide cover. Iran is there to also hover around. That's a pull. On towards God. Vengeance pops. Kenjiski free hitting, but right now Geek fam. Oh! Kabuki jumps in with the blazing wet wind of nature. Not enough just yet though. Joe looking for an angle. Enough to make Geek fam retreat.
Sprint when the nature used up. Arashi, can they blitz it?
I think they sure can, with basically 2 marksmen here and a very high damage jungler. This Lord is taken by Team Liquid ID. Geek fam did a great job trying to deny it, but they were unable to get through. The front to back, again, is just so good. Because of the AoE, Aran, Witty, Kabuki, and Yeskiel are hitting everyone at the same time. Whereas for Geek fam, even though they do catch multiple members, Kenjiski cannot deal with multiple heroes at the same time, and neither can Make It, technically, after the initial ultimate.
That's why I thought that the Granger pick was just super greedy, and even the high-lows, right? No lock! Oh my! The I'm Offended looked like it landed, just barely out of range.
It's the Traceless, I think.
No, it was barely out of range before the Traceless. And then you have to pop Traceless before the I'm Offended if you want to get the CC immunity of it. You can't pop it after. But yeah, it was barely out of range. Now they have an Evolved Lord. This should be an end angle, really, for TL.
Gonna be a big move by Geek fam somehow to save this, but oh, Witty!
Aran pops quicker. That's the mistake. Yep, let's see Gobs, your half HP Lord is still very much 80% HP. Joel taking care of that turret top lane. That's going to be another turret on the board for TLID. Witty very low, taken down. 5v4 now, that's going to be a boy taking 2! But Aran answers back. And ladies and gentlemen, it does seem like we got our first best of 3 as Yeskiel claims a savage in early seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to game 3.
Boom, bang, bada bing, Gani. That's your tagline. We're going to a game 3. The Ruby versus the Ruby. Whoever gets the better I'm Offended ends up winning. And I think we know the answer to who got the better I'm Offended here. Throughout the game, Aran was a monster.